here on day 2 of the Agent Challenge, and great work in posting what you have that's worth money. So I'm just going to review that one more time today, and then I'm going to ask you to cut that list a little bit for your homework today. So remember that an agent is a commission-based salesperson. So what we identified and began to identify yesterday are the things that you have that are worth money. Now, a lot of you guys have major credits. So the things that I listed were major credits, major auditions, where you studied with, your special skills, who you know in the industry. Those are things that equal money. For you guys that wrote down and had a lot of big credits, you want to keep those. And for you guys that have a lot of big credits and a lot of special skills, you're not going to really need as much where you studied. You won't need where you studied at all. If you have major credits and you have special skills, it doesn't, who you studied with is the least important. And that is really only if like you're someone that literally has nothing else and you just got out of acting school, then you can use that. But from what I saw, almost all of you had either major credits or you had credits that you could make. Remember, you can make anything sound really good, right? We're not formulating your pitch just yet. We're going to do that starting by the end of the week. We just want to get all the content out there. So now I'm sort of asking you to now take off the stuff that you don't really need off your list. If you're just doing it, if you haven't written your list of things that you have that equals money and post it in the Facebook group, then I need you to do that tonight. I need you to finish your list, write your list. If you've already posted your list, then go back in and sort of start to edit your list, right? So a lot of you had big lists, right? Which is great. I love that you just like sort of vomited everything on the page, which is what I really wanted you to do, right? But now I want you to go back in and edit it, right? So I want you to take off anything that you feel like is something that you're not really going to need to tell your story. Okay. So this morning in our Facebook, in our client page, in our mastermind this morning with our clients, we were editing some of the things that people were doing based on what you want as an actor. So when we get to actually developing the pitch, you need to be really clear about what you want. But if you already know what you want, like I'll give you an example. Maggie, who's one of our clients, she's made over $1 million as an actress. She has a shit ton of series regular and top of show guest star credits. But what she really wants, oh, here she comes. Maybe we can get her to do her pitch for us, right? Maggie, can you do your pitch? Can you do your pitch for us?
Okay.
Yeah, because listen, you guys, what she wants out of her pitch is to find someone to represent her for her movie. So we switched things around with her pitch. So do your pitch for everyone so they can kind of see what a pitch might look like.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Maggie Egan. I'm currently in development on a multiple award-winning rom-com I co-wrote about two Irish-American sisters of a certain age, let's call them queenagers, looking for love and adventure in Ireland. I'm looking for representation to help me navigate this deal. As an actress, I've been in 60 movies and TV shows, series regular, recurring, top of show guest star. I was the spokesperson for the Disney Channel in 560 promos and in 600 plus commercials overall. I've made over $1 million in my career, and I ain't done yet. A 911 on ABC, I guest starred as a rich wife who was at her breaking point with her husband and decided to stab him and entomb him in a wall. Except he didn't die. In the movie No No Girl, I played Nana, the Karen-esque real estate flipper without heart. An evergreen on Amazon Prime. I played Judy, a Texas gal with a checkered past and a heart of gold. She used to run with the Rat Pack in her day, especially Dino. Thank you. I'll be in touch.
Perfect. Okay, so she is looking for someone to help her with the film, right? She doesn't need agents. She has all that. So all we did today was just switch. So next week we're going to be towards the end of the week, we're going to begin to build your 1 minute pitch. It's going to be a 1 minute pitch, but for the next couple of days, we're also going to talk about them, the agents and managers, just so we get really clear about what we need to expect from them, because some of you guys, a lot of you guys are going to be pitching at our pitch fest on July 28th, which means you're going to get meetings with agents and managers. So I need in this 2 weeks challenge to also get you prepared for that. Right. So, and in fact, if you're not pitching and you do take this pitch that you're learning how to do for the next 2 weeks and you send it out to agents and managers on your own and you get a meeting, I also want to cover, expectations on their end and how to prepare for a meeting. So the next couple of days, we're going to be talking about that. But today we want to finish just getting all of the elements that we're going to use later on in the week and all of next week to build a 1 minute pitch. I would recommend that you keep your pitch at 1 minute. If you are pitching with us live on July 28th, it needs to be 1 minute. But in general, I think when you're sending out a pitch that, for someone, you don't ever want to overstay your welcome, because again, right, we all know, or hopefully you do know, that now that we've all moved to self-tape as actors, that a lot of these people are not watching all of the tapes that they get, or they're not watching them all the way through. Right? So we need to make sure that when we're doing that, we always, in all self-tapes and in all pitches, that we start off strong, asking for what we want and being very clear about who we are. Because now in this instance, if you're pitching live, they really won't be able to stop you, right? That's like the difference between live auditioning and self-tape auditioning. They have to sit there through your whole audition, right? In this situation, they have to sit there through your whole pitch. However, I just want to make sure that, that you're strong from the get-go and you're not like sort of coming into it, making sure you're making strong choices. I had an audition for a new show, a new Greg Berlanti show called Brilliant Minds, that's shooting in Canada. Knock on wood, I get it. And I had an audition on Friday for that. And I'm looking at my audition tape. You know how you always watch your audition tape after you've done it, and it's so strong in the beginning. I'm like, okay, that's good. Yeah, it's good, because it's like always good when it's strong in the beginning, like you're making strong choices and it's good for you in the beginning. Okay. All right, great. All right, so the homework is to revise your list. Take off anything that you don't think is necessary. If you have not written your list yet of what you have that equals money to an agent, please do that and post that in the Facebook group and revise it. There's not much feedback to give at this point on my part, because you guys have your things. I was really impressed. A lot of you guys have really great credits. I was like, wow, look at these people. So, I was really impressed by a lot of your credits. And that's great. And so if you have strong credits, you don't really need a lot of brand. Although you saw that how Maggie gave us some brand with her credits, right? And so we really got who Maggie is and how to cast her in that pitch, right? So, Yeah, and reworking the pitch, because Melanie just reworked her pitch and it was really great. And so, we have a lot of clients that are sort of messing around, reworking them, doing different things, which I think is great. Really important to me, like when you're pitching, just like when you're auditioning, you need to seem like you're not memorized. Even though I think you should be memorized, you need to seem like, down to earth, um, relaxed, like, hey, hi, you guys, I'm, and feel like it's like you're really talking to the person on the other end. And someone asked me today, like during the pitch fest, how are you gonna be memorized and look straight down the barrel of the camera? Or are you gonna have, and everyone said they're gonna be memorized looking down the barrel of the camera, but they are gonna have a cheat sheet right here in case they need it. My opinion is that generally, when you have a cheat sheet, you end up never using it, right? Like I was showing like my ring light and I had that audition and I had some lines taped up
Hey,
here,
sorry,
right?
I'm on a call and you.
I had my cheat sheet right here. I didn't really need them, but like I always try to cross the camera when I'm auditioning, especially if it's dramatic. This was like super dramatic, and so I always try to, and I'm in a hospital bed, so I always like, you're not always just talking to one person like this, looking at them the whole time. You're usually like, uh-huh. Well, I don't know. I was thinking like that, and then I maybe was thinking like this. Okay, because you're looking at different things in your hospital room or wherever you are, right? So you can pick up a line there. Um, James Dumont, if you don't know him, look him up, you'll know him. He's in every movie. He has a class called On Camera Workouts, which you can go to one time if you want. And he gives you a scene. He is like literally in every movie. He's a series regular on The Righteous Gemstones. He's in everything. And he doesn't memorize anything, y'all, for any of his auditions. And he gives tricks on how to do that. So if you're curious on how to do that, I would recommend checking him out. I think it's called oncameraworkouts.com. And you, like I said, you can pay just to go and sit in on the class and not work, and then you pay a little more and he gives you a scene and you work it in the class. It's not overly priced. He doesn't need the money. He's a series regular. He loves working with actors. He's excellent, so I highly recommend him. Okay, good. Let's take some questions. Rachel.
Hi.
Hi.
Yes, I may, sorry if I may have missed this, but other than having done, some showcases here and there, and I know you've got the Pitch Fest coming up, most of my pitching has been through email. So are you, I don't know if I missed this, but are you advocating for sending a video pitch
Yes.
over email as opposed to writing an email?
Yes, because you have the
Okay.
ability to do that. By the way, the best way to do it is either Loom or Vimeo. And since most of us have Vimeo because of auditions, Vimeo has an extra thing where you can do a GIF and then you hit it, because you don't want to just have the link in the email. You want to have the picture of
The
your
video.
face. Right.
Yeah.
And so Vimeo is the best way to do that. And because we have the technology to do that now, and because most of us are auditioning for on camera, I don't know why you wouldn't want to do on camera. But someone, Rachel, said to me the other day, they said, I've heard, anytime anyone ever starts with I've heard,
Right.
I'm like, okay, like, because we can I heard ourselves right into the corner of total inaction, right? Of like, so I heard is like, it's like, it just, every time someone says I heard, I think of like a bunch of cows standing around chewing their cud going, well, I heard, right? And so I always like, I don't like when someone says that, but that people don't like pitch videos. When someone tells you in a casting workshop or an agent forum or whatever that they don't like something, what you need to hear is they've had a bad experience with that thing. And generally it's like one, right?
Yeah.
And so now they say it and an actor hears it and doesn't do it because they said that thing. And when you run a business, just remember, when you run a business, you cannot make decisions based on what one person's idea is, right? You just can't do it. You would lose your mind, right?
Yeah.
Like Regina's shaking her head because Regina had her own chocolate shop. So I'm sure Regina, at some point, someone came in and said, I hate that chocolate. Well, Regina's not going to stop selling that chocolate, that one piece of chocolate, because one person said she hated it. She's not going to, right? She's going to, and now if 20 people come in and say they hate the chocolate, that's a different story. But
Yeah.
it's mostly probably because someone got a bad pitch that was someone being desperate and not coming from a place of value.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
And
Thank you.
yeah, and also, Rachel, one more thing
Yeah.
about that. Any sales book you read will tell you that in-person sales are now this is why way more like in your face in-person sales are way more productive than just a written email sales, which is a problem in our industry because of millennials being casting directors and the younger. They started telling the agents, and this came straight out of my 17-year relationship with my agent's mouth. He said, I got so sick of casting directors telling me, oh, don't pitch me, just email me, that I stopped picking up the phone. And a lot of these agents have stopped picking up the phone. That's a problem, because now they're getting 5,000 submissions for one role. Because why are they getting 5,000 submissions? Because in the olden days, it wasn't automated, right? So now Actors Access automatically assigns the people that they think are right for the role. So let me just give you an example. If Caro, me, Maggie, Helene, we're all represented by the same, Kim, we were all represented by the same agent, right? And there was an audition for Ballsy, not the brightest bulb in the bunch, right? In the olden days, my agent would come in and he would look at all his character actresses and he would say, who do I think are the best 1 to 2 people that are right for this role? And he would submit, probably out of the people I just mentioned, well, it's between Helene and Maggie and me, right? Because like Caro has more of a, a more of a like angular thing and probably a smarter and weird, like, so he's dividing his character actresses, not just by character actresses, but what he knows they can do and what they do better than everyone else. So
Sure.
he would take our headshots and he would put them in an envelope and he would send them to the office. Well, now Actors Access automatically assigns the people that they deem. So if it's a 40 to 60, a 60 to 80-year-old actress, every actress that agency represents between 60 and 80 is going to get assigned to that. And then if the agent doesn't unselect you, they're just going to hit submit. And that's why the casting directors are getting 3,000 submissions now. It's not that there's more actors. There aren't more actors, right? Maybe there are a few more actors, but if you look at the numbers, there's not more people in SAG, right? So that's what's happened. It's clogged the arteries of casting, right? And now we're like these little boxes on, and that's how we get chosen. It's not a headshot anymore. So like all of these things have worked against us. And now agents aren't even picking up the phone and pitching us.
Yeah.
So the way to think of it is this, that if you have a house or an apartment, whatever, you have water pipes that come into your house, right? Right. And they bring water into your house and they bring sewage out of your house, right? Pipes that do things, that bring things in and out of your house, right? The pipe, if you just have an agent and are waiting for an agent to get you auditions, the pipe is about this skinny now because of circumstances. So if you aren't going outside of that and pitching yourself for jobs, you are doing yourself a disservice. because the system itself is breaking down. And it's very clear. Also, there's a shit ton of ways to make money. We just had one of our actresses talking about vertical content. If you guys don't know what vertical content is, go check it out. She has almost made 5 figures so far this year doing vertical content. It's blowing up. It's huge. It is union and non-union. Paul Ruddy in America is casting it right now. If you don't know what it is, it's the new form of soap opera. They have a regular script with high stakes, and they shoot 1 to 2 minute episodes. They shoot like 8 a day. It's paying upwards. I just saw one for $6,500 and for a 10-day commitment. Who wouldn't work for 10 days for $6,500 in this room as an actor? Right? Y'all would. We all would. Right? Right? So check out vertical content. Be aware of it. It's being cast on Actors Access Backstage, but no agents aren't aware of it yet, y'all. Right? Most of them aren't. So it's if you want to make money as an actor, it's a thing right now. Especially if you're good at sort of dramatic soap opera-y stuff. It's really good. All right, Caro, hi.
Hello, Valerie. Hello, everyone. Valerie, you know, when we were talking about my agent, Miguel, closing down,
Yeah.
and we discussed, you know, maybe kind of he might carry on, or anyway, I've spoken to him, and he is sort of just with a couple of people who've got ongoing jobs and so on, but he doesn't know whether it's going to close down definitively.
Okay.
So that's kind of on the back burner, and I've said to him, I will probably not be looking for another agent until December, by which time I'm hoping to be in Madrid, which I think will help matters.
Yes.
So it's all kind of up in the air at the moment, but it kind of occurred to me now that I could change my pitch, and I wanted to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
Because it worked, you know, really well when I was first looking for an agent in Spain.
Yeah.
But since then, I've been in contact with every casting director in Spain, and there's like 107 of them, and I've had replies from 50, and I've had some meetings, I've had some auditions, and I've met with some producers, production companies. Could I put some of that into the pitch?
Yes.
And how?
Well, I mean, you could say, hi, I'm Caro. I'm a Brit that's living in Spain. I'm seeking representation that can represent me in the UK and across Europe, because you kind of are, right? I mean, like, the truth is, for you guys that live in the UK or anywhere in Europe, like, all the shit is being cast there right now and shot there, right?
Yeah.
So looking for someone that's global is really important for you.
Yeah.
And so I think saying I'm currently in Spain, moving to Madrid this fall. You could say I have relationships with 50 casting directors, or how many you have. Already. I've had several auditions. And then give me just a little bit of your brand.
Right. And should I mention production company producers?
Yeah, I have
I've met
relationships
with
casting directors, and you might want to mention a couple of the high-powered ones.
Yeah, it's not weird to mention names.
No,
Right. Okay.
no.
All right. Lovely.
Have you in school? Go watch Vicky's pitch. She mentions Vicky is like looking for a theatrical agent that can get her more Lord A and Lord B theater, and she mentions like all the people she's auditioned for, which is like every major theater casting director in. Yeah, so go look at that.
Vicky.
Yeah, Danielle.
Okay.
Yeah, she's is she here? She's a client. You'll see. I mean, obviously.
Vicky
Okay.
Danielle.
Danielle, yes. Who said that? Who corrected me?
Wendy.
Oh, thank you, Wendy.
She invited me.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you have all those theater credits. Yeah, go look at her pitch in school.
Okay.
For you guys are like, what the fuck is school? School is like, we have this platform called Actors Biz School, where our clients communicate and where we have we have 15 courses in there. And so that's and all the clients have been posting their pitches in there. But I'm going to ask you guys to be posted when we get to pitches, you're going to be posting them in the Facebook group. All right. Yes. Great.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Violetta.
Hello.
Hello.
So, so the challenge just started.
Yes.
Yes. I have I've noticed something. Since like I got the my new headshots,
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot more responses to my emails, and yeah, that's really exciting.
Good.
And yeah. So so like this headshot was like the next step. Just is that weird to like
Yeah.
professionalism, sort of.
Yeah.
Mhm. So I'm really excited, sort of like, is there, so when I get a response, sort of I not shouldn't like respond right away because that's, but like what is your like, what should I do like when I get a response?
Okay, great. Great question. When you get a response like, thank you, Violetta, for your information. We'll keep you in mind for future projects. Say that's the response.
Mhm.
You don't need to respond, but then make sure that you are tracking them on IMDb Pro.
Mhm.
So when you see they have a new project come up, then that's an immediate clue to you to say, hey, I saw you have this project. Congratulations. I hope it goes well.
Mhm.
That can, I would make it within a month that you somehow respond to them with
Mhm.
something, right? That's why on IMDb Pro, for you guys that don't know, you can put in the person that you're going after and in their name and bring them up. And then on the upper right-hand corner is a button that says track. You want to hit that button. And so you're going to track that person. So every time they get a new credit, whether it's a new movie they're casting or directing or producing or writing, that then you know when they have a new project to be able to follow up with them. So Violetta, I would say the next thing that you want to be in touch with them about is something about them, not about you.
Mhm.
And not even like, is there a part right for me?
Mhm.
Now, with that being said, if you have production lists and you see that they are doing a production and there is something that you think like, you know, when it like Wednesday went back into production or whatever,
Mhm.
just putting my hat in the room again for this project because I'm so right for it, I would definitely do that. Like if Tim Burton's casting something you're right for, obviously anything you're right for. So
Mhm.
if it's someone that's like, you know, most of the stuff they do is exactly right for you, then absolutely say, hey, I heard you're on this project and I just want to throw my hat in the ring again. But generally, you want to find times to compliment them on what they're doing without making you to be a part of it.
Mhm.
Right?
Okay.
Because remember, you're building a long-term relationship here.
Mhm.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay, great.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
And congratulations on those pictures working. I'm not surprised.
Thank you.
Hey, Zulima.
Hi. I can't
Hi.
enable the video just because it says every time I try to enable it, it says unable to start video. You can't start because the host has stopped it.
Well, that's just not true.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Okay.
Can you see me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, everybody. This is kind of to follow up on Caro's input. So I've also been curious. I've never tried this before, but I've also been curious as to how One does try to see if they can get an agent overseas. I've lived in Spain periods of time. And I do travel to Europe every 3 months. But I've just never taken the initiative just because I don't know how to find a list out there. Caro, if you know, please do let me know. Just like here, at least we know here where to kind of go about getting a list. But out there, for example, in London or in Spain.
Selima, are you
particularly
coming to
Spain.
the Pitch Fest?
Yes.
Okay, I don't
I
have you on.
haven't yet bought a ticket, but I will.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in the East Coast room. And the reason I'm gonna do that is there's a manager in that room named Danny Clifton from Union Management. And he is from the UK, but he is looking for American people and he thinks globally. What we're seeing, there's also one that's going to be in the international room, which is Bohemia. Again, there's someone else that thinks globally. We have entered into a global world. COVID did that. Most of the agents and managers have not caught up to that. I mean, clearly CAA and UTA and WME have, but like a lot of them really haven't figured that out yet, right? And so Danny actually teaches a class about how Americans can work in London. Now, when have you heard that? It's always the other way around, right?
Correct.
So we are gonna Zulima, we're gonna have him at our client retreat in August. But he actually teaches a class. He'll probably be hanging out at my booth on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as part of the Actor Pro Expo. And he's definitely part of the Actors Pro Expo, but he's gonna be around a lot because as soon as I found him, and like, listen, this is what just actually happened, you guys. So I have a client in America that is signed with Paradigm. She has she's getting major, like obviously series regular auditions and Broadway auditions. She's been called back for Hamilton and Harry Potter. It's just a matter of time before she books something. There's a musical they're doing on the West End that she's exactly right for. And she went to Paradigm. She asked them for an audition. They were like, we can't get you in for that. So I went to Danny. I said, hey, meet my client because I know she's with Paradigm. And so I know that he would like that because he would like to share clients with a big agency in America that would help his business, right? So I'm like, hey, meet my client, Ileana. She's trying to and he's like, oh, I can help her. Right. And so I was like, yes, like he thinks like I think, and he doesn't let no or the possibility that she doesn't have enough big credits yet stop him from trying to get her in the door. That's the kind of agent and manager we all need, you guys. We all need someone that is willing to fight for us and doesn't get stopped at, oh, she doesn't have the credits. Right. So I'm going to put you in that room.
Okay. Is this the international room you were talking about?
No, he's going to be in the New York room.
Oh, okay. Danny, you said Danny's name.
Danny Clifton. Yeah, it's Union Management.
Union Management. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yes. Awesome. Glad to have you. Cindy.
Hey, hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. It's so nice to see you.
You as well.
I'm about to run out to teach aqua aerobics. So hi. So my thing is, okay, so I did the Edinburgh Fringe Festival last year, August, was amazing. Came back, I've been in a few plays. I wrote my 4th solo show and performed it. It was a glorious hot mess that I performed at the Hollywood Fringe Festival. None of my stuff has made money. In fact, it's cost me money. And I have no idea where to go from here now that I have the time to start trying to find an agent manager. My manager dropped me, but I never got an audition from her. So you know, that was really no loss. My commercial agent isn't very strong. She tries, but not very strong. So how do I take this theater stuff and translate it to getting paid acting jobs and being desirable to, you know, people that work in the film and TV industry that I don't have credits for?
Okay, so a couple things. Look at other revenue streams. I want you to look at how can you take what you've done so far and turn it into a YouTube page. We talked about this before, and you know, YouTube is a really, really good thing for you to create. First of all, SEO, and SEO is important to all actors right now, because when casting directors are replaced by AI, you're going to need strong SEO. Okay, so I think you have all this material. Why could you not build a really fucking awesome YouTube page that maybe had to do with cats? I don't know, but like, how could you create and make money? Because you can make money on YouTube, right? That's one thing. Cindy, start checking into vertical content. It's being cast on, it's like this is what's happening right now with vertical content. And I'm telling you, from the inside, you could really sell yourself as, you know, a bitchy bitch, or the sister that, you know, like they all are like very soap opera. So you could be like the flaky sister that comes back for the reading of the will, right? And is not included, or the one that's like always sort of the flaky one, but does everyone's bidding for her, you know, kind of like, you know, I see you how you could fit in different soap opera stories. And literally, vertical content now is being cast union and non-union. Paul Ruddy is the main casting director. You can find auditions for it on Actors Access and Backstage. You can make a fucking ton of money doing that right now. I want you to make money right now.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about ways that you can make money. The other thing, I have a client that's on track to make $100,000 this year from user-generated content, right? Where a company pays you to create content for them, right? You have skill set. You have physical skill set that you could do that. So stop messing around with, yes, come to the agent pitch and all that. But if something's not working for you, and I know I've said this to you, if something's not working for you, if you've been looking over and over for an agent and hoping the agent gets you auditions, and that isn't happening, stop doing it. Go make money doing stuff that you can do right now and get work, right? Because then it's easier for you to find an agent. Like my guy is going to make $100,000 this year in doing user-generated content and promo stuff that mostly he's booking on his own. When he says that in the pitch fest, guess how many agents are going to call him, because he's offering them a piece of that money. Because one thing I know about agents right now is they are desperate to make money. Abrams closed this year.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to see more and more and more agents close, because actors aren't getting paid what they want to. Actors are making money in new and different ways. They're making money from social media. They're making money from now vertical content. They're making money from UGC. They're making money from audiobooks. None of those you have to pay an agent on, and the agents are suffering.
Yeah.
But all I care about is you guys. I don't care about the agents. I mean, I'm nice to them when they come to my fest, but I care about you guys making money.
Yeah.
Right. So when they tell you you can't make money as an actor, what they're talking about is if you get an agent and you're trying to get auditions and that's the only thing you're doing. Because you can make money, because I have actors that are more than one that are making multiple 5 to 6 figures this year.
Okay.
From those things that I just mentioned.
I don't know what vertical content is.
So vertical content is the new soap opera. There's a shit ton of apps,
Oh,
and all these Midwestern wives are addicted to it.
okay.
So what they're doing is they're shooting like it's an hour and a half movie, but they're dividing it up into 1 to 2 minute episodes. So it
Okay.
makes you want to watch the next episode, makes you want to watch the next episode. It's really hard to get your footage. You can't get your footage, you guys, because it keeps running, and they don't want they don't want it to, they want to keep the suspense happening. So that is a problem, getting your footage, but you get paid.
Okay.
You get paid, and it's soap opera.
I love it.
Right, and it's real. Listen, I coached a couple of clients on it. It's the worst writing. It's not great, but it's like paying. I just saw a job for $6,500 for
Wow.
8 days or 8 to 10 days.
Okay.
Right, and you can make some of that money you spent to do your shows.
Mhm.
Right, if you're good at, I mean, so I think you're perfect for that.
Okay.
So start thinking in a different way, way to make money, Cindy. Okay, stop worrying about an agent. Come to the fest, pitch yourself. Maybe you will get someone. I am starting to collect agents and managers that think like I do. I'm really looking for those people, for you guys. So, I know who the good agents and managers are because, I've been doing this for a long time, and you guys know I know who those people are, but there's only so many Courtney Peldons in California, right? And we can't all be signed by
Ew.
Courtney,
Yeah.
right? Or
I know a lot of people signed with her, boy.
yeah, but she's good at what she does.
She is. She is.
Yeah, but because she thinks differently. And if you don't know who she is, she's at Aqua Talent. She created her own ecosystem. What do I mean by that? This is what she did. She realized that all the big casting directors were calling UTA, CAA, WME, and Gersh to cast all of their projects. And then there was the leftover roles for the rest of us. So what she did is she started making relationships with all these casting directors. So now, and this comes directly from a huge casting director who told me this, that now they get their main stars from CAA, UTA, and WME, and then what do? They fucking call Courtney. And Courtney casts the rest of the thing for them. And even if she doesn't represent the actor, she gets that agency that represents that actor to pay her a commission. She created her own ecosystem, you guys.
Yeah.
That's why she's the best mid-level agent in Los Angeles. Courtney Peldon at Aqua. Right now, there's some other good people that we really like here. We love Midwest talent. We like Eileen O'Farrell. There's some people that we really, really like as well. And a lot of the good agents are people like Lily Bankston, who's in Texas, and New Mexico. Shit, she's one of the best. Right. So some of these smaller market agents are rising up as well. And, because they're understanding what's literally happening out there. You have to break the rules if you want to survive this change that's happening right now.
Thank you, Valerie.
know
I need to go teach my class. Thanks.
Go.
Listen to the
Love
rest.
you. Okay,
Love
bye. Okay, Kim, hi.
Hello, how are you today?
Good.
Great. Just two quickie questions. A, when you asked about people that you know, it's like I have a lot of people I know, but most of them are like Broadway stars that are friends. So it's like going, they don't really seem like the kind of thing I'm supposed to be putting up, and I wanted to check in.
Yeah, I mean, some Broadway stars like Lin-Manuel and people like that are also producers, right? Who are connectors and people that connect people and work with people, right? So some of those people do things. They do produce, and they are connectors, and they are important for you to know in that regard. So if they are that person, then definitely you can mention them. But mainly what I mean by that is like people that are giving acting jobs out, people that agents would be dealing with. I mean, mostly an agent's customer is a casting director. Our customers are producers, directors, writers, and casting directors.
That's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
the other question is that, I mean, I do have video, film stuff from things that I've done, even though I'm primarily doing stage. Like I'm doing a web series and we're in swag 5 right now. But he doesn't keep, I can see it, but he will not release it. So it's really weird. And should you have a reel?
Yes, you need to have a reel.
Okay.
But don't get overwhelmed by a reel. Like when you're trying to get a reel together, really, you guys, one good clip is a place to start. Don't be overwhelmed by that. And because we have these now, we can go and shoot our little own thing on ourselves. And so you don't need to pay a reel company to shoot a reel. You can if you want. You can go hire Jig Reels or Reel Arc or someplace. You can do that if you have the money to invest in that. And you don't need to do the 3-scene package. You could do 1 scene if you needed to. But you can also just take your camera and set it up and do a scene and maybe even do a scene with someone else. You can also do an audition scene in your self-tape setup. You could do a monologue, you know, there's a lot of things that you could do. So just to start to have some footage.
If you have some footage from some other things, because I've done a couple of web series and stuff,
Yeah.
should you be including that in your reel?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So there's a guy on the I Love Actors page. His name is Brian Coffey. And he used to work for me. He was a coach for me. He has a huge resume. He does fantastic reels. So if you need someone to do a reel, check him out. And not that expensive. Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, Palmer.
Hey, what's up? Good info,
Hi, we missed
as
you today.
always. I know, I missed you too. I'm gonna have to look at the video though.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So my question, as you know, we're getting down to it, and I am like really in my process of identifying, you know, agents in New York. I am asking for some advice or tips into narrowing down, because I don't know so much about these agencies or what they're about or who I actually should be targeting.
Yeah.
And I also want to include Atlanta, but I really don't know any.
Okay. So
agents that would be a good-
Helene, raise your hand. Helene's in the Facebook client page. Helene is also a casting director. You
Hi.
can send her a message and she can tell you agents that she likes in New York,
Oh, okay, cool.
right? She'll tell you, right, Helene,
Yeah, I know a couple,
that she prefers.
yeah, that I've heard or what people work, you know, the one I work for, he handles me in New York, but he's actually, I don't know where you are, but he's actually California.
He's
Yeah, I'm
East
on the
Coast.
East Coast.
Okay,
I'm in Delaware,
I mean, I
yeah.
get the East Coast calls, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ask on the client page or ask in school
Yeah,
what recommendations for agents that people like in New York. In Atlanta, Alexander White is probably one of the best. Atlanta Model and Talents, those two are probably the best 2 agents in Atlanta. Okay. Smith Young, and they would probably really like you. Okay. Smith Young, they're 2 Black men and they're really good. They're a good agency, right? I like them. Jay Purvis, I like Jay Purvis a lot. People's Store gets a big rep there, but like it's only because they were the first ones there.
Okay.
I also do like Stewart. Stewart is in Chicago, LA, Atlanta, and New York.
Okay.
The owner is a little cuckoo for Crazy Puffs. They have a lot of big stars they represent.
Okay.
My old client, Helen, who was on Orange is the New Black, is with them in Atlanta, and they seem to be pretty good in Atlanta.
Okay.
Okay. Those aligned stars, I have a bunch of clients with aligned stars in Atlanta. Also, I really like open range management in New Orleans.
Okay.
Brenda, she's phenomenal. And also Lily Bankston, who's in Texas and Albuquerque, amazing.
What? Say her again.
Lily Bankston. She's really good. Lisa Lax.
That's she's at the top of my list right now.
Oh, Lisa Lax. Yeah, she's got a few of our people. She's got Monty Crosby. She's got one of my old clients in my old business, Colleen Clinton, who was it like in the holdovers, and she has like a really big resume. But Monty's doing really well with her.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
I like her.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, hi Wayne.
Hello, how are you?
Uh,
It's my Helene. I know Helene. So hello, Helene. So that's and she'll take care of the agents coming into the city for the Actors Fest.
Oh, the Actors Pitch Fest?
Fest, right.
Oh, that's online.
Oh, I won't be going in person for that.
No, it's online.
It's gonna be online. Okay. And getting back to the vertical content, is it mostly non-union or union?
Both.
You would say 50-50?
Yep, it is now. At first it was non-union, but it's a lot of it is union right now.
I'm gonna be on Zoom for this. All right, I got answered my question. Okay.
Great. Awesome, Wayne. Thank you. And last but not least, and then I gotta run, but come on, Helene.
Okay, just very quick. You know, I'm glad you mentioned Paul Ruddy, and I took a class from him last fall, and I did really well. And he didn't want to give his email. He goes, I'm on Instagram, so I follow him. So I don't want to, you know, I don't know if it's put a DM or just keep my presence alive to keep me in mind, because I am the East Coast and he's on the West Coast. But I really, you know, want to keep in touch with him.
Yeah, I would do the DM thing. I think we're gonna try to have him as a guest on our content creation mastermind, only because this vertical content is blowing up and I
Oh,
want.
that would be great.
We're looking at probably October, you know, but I'll let you know when I book him.
Okay, I was just wanting, you know, there's a way, I don't want to like load it up with DMs, but just say, hey, your name came up with vertical content. This sounds really cool. And just keep it quick. short.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks.
You can't find his email?
I didn't, well, honestly, I didn't really look, and I guess
Well, look, you know, in school is that industry.
yeah, he might be up there, and like Scott says, sometimes just putting in their name and see if it pops up, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I bet he's in
He's
here.
probably in there.
Yeah, current list of industry connections. I posted it 24 days ago. You've got it, right?
No, I kind of.
Hold on, let
don't
me see if
think
I
I'm
have
on
him.
the- I think
Let
I
me
asked
see.
for Gina for it. But yeah, I didn't.
You're in school, aren't you in school?
I think I am. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but
Well,
I may not be because I was taking a break. That's why.
okay, I got his email. You ready?
Oh, okay, great. Thanks.
PM Ruddy, RUDDY @gmail.com.
Did you say PM as in?
Yeah,
night?
P as in Paul, M as in man. I don't
Oh
know.
my God. PM or-
Ruddy, RUDDY @gmail.
Oh my God, you are an angel. Thank you so much. Because it was a 4-week class. So I really felt he got to know me. And in fact, the last class, he said, oh, I would have called you back on the.
Yeah.
meeting. So
Yeah,
thank
so
you.
bring up
Yeah.
because he's the man.
Right.
Catherine's like, oh, well, we're gonna have him at the content mastermind. I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna, because that's that film that I got offered for like $400 in LA.
Right, yeah.
I was like, no.
No.
And I was really right for the role, but he should have that was
A lot of I told him a lot of his films are my guilty pleasures at night when I just want to relax.
Yeah, I mean, he does a lot of casting, and he's cast me and stuff over the years. So,
Oh, this is perfect. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
you're so welcome. All right, you guys. So redo your list. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a good night. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.